Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shay goes by.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust.
We've had a few people from the continent of Africa who have come by the show as of late. AKA's been here, Questa's been here, Casper's been here, and it's been a part of an outreach program initiative that my partner King Tech and I used to do on the Wake Up Show back in the 90s, and we used to simulcast with different radio stations in Africa and different places around the world to let folks know that this music isn't just in one place, it's everywhere, and folks are having similar experiences. So when my good friend Tweet Boogie, dancer extraordinaire, teacher, and my family member hit me up and said, hey, I don't know if you know this guy, it just so happened I knew him, but you should really have him on your show. She has never, ever, in the years I've known her, say that to me. Never, ever has said that to me. And I said, well, who is it? She said, Young Paris. I was like, Young Paris. And then I looked him up. I knew I saw him before. And I had read about him because I know Rock Nation was doing an extension of their outreach with music. And they're cultivating a whole Afrobeats department over at Rock Nation, and he's one of the first signees, I believe, in that division. So welcome him to the show, Young Paris.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome.
Where were you born and raised, though, man?
I was born in Paris.
Paris, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then, so what's your journey? How'd you?
So my story starts with my father. So my father co-founded the National Ballet in Congo. He's a big performer. Okay. I was born in Paris, raised in New York by way of Congo, so I'm Congolese. And it basically starts with like music, song, and dance. You know, Africa is a very we cultivate on our music and our performance. So specifically being Congolese, it's a very liberal dance culture, and you have like countries like Nigeria and Ghana and West Africa that are a little bit more conform to like, I feel like the kids, the parents teach their kids to become doctors and lawyers, whereas on our side it's much more liberal. So my story really just comes from culture and arts, and really just taking it back home to Africa. And just what's going on in the continent right now is so exciting because it's like, essentially my whole project is Afro beats, and the sound that we're pushing is literally like a genre. Like I'm actually here, and like my whole outreach is really to help push Afro beats as an official genre of music, because it's got its impact that's happening overseas. The UK is really picking it up.
We saw Drake,
You got guys like Drake, Alicia Keys, Justin Bieber, riding the wave, and they understand the importance of how they taking just the sound that we bring. It's like these tropical elements, but then you can have these boom pats and these snares on top of them, and kind of actually have a rudiment where people can appreciate the hip hop side of it, but also the colorful sound. So like French Montana's recent record with Sway Lee, Unforgettable,
Yeah, that's like
an Afrobeats wave.
That's like his biggest global impact he's made.
Yeah, and One Dance was the biggest song in the country with Drake and Wizkid.
Yeah, so,
Afrobeats, it's
Yeah, the Afro. So they should be giving credit to Afro beats and the sound and the culture.
We the culture.
Yeah, you the culture. So and I'm glad that you embrace it, because a lot of folks get mad when folks from other areas borrow from the culture when they don't give proper acknowledgement. How do you feel like these artists have done with it?
I think it's interesting because, like, for me, giving back is when you associate the artists in the culture and put them as a part of the initiative. Yeah. So when you got guys like Drake that reach out to Wiz and put him on the record, for me, it's more of a stamp for the culture because it's shedding light on what we're doing in the underground. Yeah. So in many ways, Afrobeats is still underground when it comes to this side, but it's already global around the world. So. Sometimes it becomes a domestic decision of what artists are actually doing it in the environment. So Rock Nation signed me as like the first African artist to do the Afrobeats.
Yeah, Rock Nation. Did you meet Jay, bro?
I actually met Jay years ago, but I haven't. The times that we were supposed to meet recently were.
He stunned on you right there.
He was years ago.
But we didn't even. He stunned when he started talking about his dad. Years ago. But nah. Yeah. So who was it that signed you over there?
So Law's one of the A&Rs.
Okay,
Law been following my project. So we was throwing a bunch of Afrobeats parties in New York and just pushing the culture over here. And he just saw my impact when I was doing with the underground sound. But I'm able to kind of translate on the hip hop side too, because I actually rap.
Okay.
And but yeah, so Law brought me to rock, and we signed in a couple of weeks. And I also have my extension with Next Model, so I do like the modeling and the.
You, Sway.
Yeah, he's looking at me like Sway. You ever modeled before? Sway, I don't even think you modeled.
Model.
I never modeled. I'm sorry.
Yeah, shout out Next Models too.
Yeah.
I like that.
What's dope is before you even open your mouth, just looking at you, I'm like, yeah, this guy is an artist.
Yeah,
what can you tell us about the significance of face paint for you?
Yeah, so this is actually it's called a marque de famille. It's given to us when we were very young. So my father, when they were creating the ballet and they were unifying all these different villages, this was a way that they adorn themselves. And actually in Africa, the men adorn themselves. And you actually see it here from like a contemporary, African American dynamic where men still wear jewelry and we kind of have this way to flaunt what we have to attract women. If you look at the animal kingdom, you see the males are always accentuating their beauty and the women look more simple. So it kind of stems back to our traditions. But for us, it's my father gave me this when we were very young. When we'd have ceremonies and celebrations. But when he died 4 years ago, I kept wearing the white because of the paint that he gave me, and it became part of my marking.
Dope.
So it's a way to pay homage, and we also wear white for the spirit for those we lost traditionally. So it's a way of me paying homage to my pops, and just keeping and carrying on the tradition and being African. Just representing myself as a contemporary African.
Me too. Into it.
Thank you. Yeah. You got Tiwa Savage on your featured on your Best of Me song, and
Shout
she's like
Tiwa.
Tiwa's like the equivalent of the Beyonce, the Nigerian Beyonce. Yeah. She's that big.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, and did you know her already, or
no? So she's also signed Rock Nation.
Oh, okay.
So that was a moment for the whole African community. And me doing on this side, it just made sense. So actually, soon after she signed and after we signed, we just linked right away. It just made sense. And she's from Nigeria, so like, it's crazy when people think about Africa. They think like you live in Africa or go to Africa or what is Africa. But there's so many countries where like we might not know what's going on that side or this side. So Congolese and our cultures have our differences of what the Nigerians are doing. But Nigerians really took the Afrobeat sound and pushed it to that level. Yeah. And Tiwa happens to be like the biggest female Nigerian artist, and she's with Rock. So.
Tiwa, what's up? Bring her by the show next time.
Yeah. Shout out Tiwa.
Tell her she got a lane over here with Sway in the morning. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna play this song. Best of Me. It's the remix. 888-742-3345. Got your social media?
Young Paris at Young Paris.
At Young Paris. Hit them up. I like this Young Paris, man. I'm gonna be listening to your music over the weekend.
Wow.
Feel good right there. We got these three MCs right here, man. I appreciate you. Afro-punk, real quick. How important has the Afro-punk movement, the concert, the music festival has been to Afro beats?
Yeah, Afro-punk is it's a really dope concept. If you guys aren't aware, look it up. But it's really just, it shows like the African influence in African American culture, and it kind of puts people in an environment where they can express themselves as being as liberal as possible. And I feel like we all kind of have that thing in us that we kind of feel like we want to express, but maybe because of society we take it away. But Afro-punk lets you just go there and be free. So it's an environment where you can just express yourself. It's a summer festival, happens here in New York in the summer.
New York.
And they got a Paris division. They're doing South Africa in November. Yeah. But Afro-punk is amazing. I feel like what Matthew and Jocelyn have been able to develop from a small little punk rock festival to like 100,000 people showing up. They have Lenny Kravitz to like
Erykah Badu.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Matthew and Jocelyn, good friends of ours. Yeah. And shout them out.
Yeah, shout out Matthew and Jocelyn. They gave me a platform. Like I was kind of like the face of Afro-punk in 2015. And it really just, partially because of my whole maquillage, but it was a platform for me to just help push the sound that's happening with our sound. And it gave me, opened a lot of doors for me, so I really appreciate it.
That's what's up, man. But, Matthew and Jocelyn can't help you right now, ladies and gentlemen. We about to enter the Valley of the Hyenas! We got to do this, man. Yeah. Different style, though. You got a different style. Young Paris, John Glass, adjust to this. Drop a beat on them.
Got you.
Sway.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That working?
Yeah. Hey, wait. Young Paris, Style God. Thank you, Sway.
Yes.
Do something quick for y'all. Yeah. I don't trust niggas, only trust niggas. I don't touch bitches, only touch queens. Fuck if you don't like it, I'ma write it anyway. I'm uninvited, give a fuck about your opinion and them fingers that you biting new. New sound, everybody wanna write it. I'm an African and you can fuck the shit I'm with fighting. I started from the bottom, rock bottom, real bottom, rock bottom. Where you do not want a problem, niggas hating, call that not appreciating. I mean everybody's got a little Satan. I work hard as hell, I stay away from bacon. I work hard to sell, I'm trying to make a statement. Young Paris, man, you know I got this shit on lock. Why you acting like the government or you a cop? When you run around asking all these questions, girl, I'm just trying to dance, drop it, hold on. Look, brand new 6, got no brains. Drop top all white like cocaine. They don't know what, but they know I do things. Getting on these niggas' nerves like a two-pain, two tains. Damn Paris, back at it again. In the white Benz, right back at it again. I don't really mess with y'all, man, it's just pretend. Only people that I fuck with is Africans. Okay, let's get it.
Got a king on the mic, have the beat.
I hear it.
You hear it, right?
I hear it.
He got big talk in his lyrics. He don't fuck with bitches, he fuck with queens. What you say about niggas? What you say about niggas?
I don't trust niggas, only trust niggas. So niggas is like, you know, that's the kings, man.
No.
Gotta break that down though for me. Niggas.
Niggas is actually it comes, so the derivative term of nigga was niggas, and it actually started as calling a man a king. So this comes from the now. So people of the now will call themselves niggas, which is actually kings, which translated to nigga as a downplay on the culture.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear that game? Did y'all hear
know,
that game?
Y'all know Kendrick Lamar, the niggas line? Like,
Yeah. Did y'all hear that game? Niggas. I'm just saying, did you hear the game?
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.